Big Dumb Fun Show.
Well, I think you already know you're listening to the Big Dumb Fun Show, but what you don't know is you could call in, be live on the air, Mondays 7 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. That number is
888-832-7561. For instance, if your name is Rachel Warner and you're just creepily stalking the video feed, why don't you hop in the chat room and we can give our guests some hell here. So
look how handsome our host is.
That's right. Oh, by the way, would you guys like any coffee, any beverages, or anything? I still have some left.
I'm just finally coming off of my beer buzz.
Hey, go ahead and have some. Oh God, she's doing it! That was classic. Oh my gosh, that is great.
That's
We are in studio
acting, my friend. It's
with
acting.
Krystal Hieb and Brian Boye, members,
Oh my gosh.
board members, former board members
I'm
of
a
the
board member
Independent
of the IFC
Filmmakers Coalition.
That's right.
Of Kansas City.
Independent Filmmakers Coalition. What exactly? If we were to back up a little bit, we just went in here guns a-blazing. What the hell is that?
Well,
exactly?
both guns were blazing.
That's right.
The IFC is an organization that actually this month is celebrating its 20th anniversary. It's really the best.
You don't look a day over 15.
I know, right? That gets me lots of dates in the chat rooms. So the IFC is a networking group in its purest form. We meet every week. Writers, directors, DPs, actors, special effects, makeup, just fans of film who want to get together and are tired of the BS and the crap that Hollywood churns out, and they want to make their own films. And so it's a collective group of people that are just starting out and people that have made feature films and award-winning short films and all sorts of things, and share their knowledge, share their experience, and share their gear sometimes to help people out. And honestly, like, the thing you need most when you're trying to do a film is just bodies to move stuff. And so that's really what the IFC does.
It's an all-ages group.
Right, it's an all-ages group. It helps. The thing is, the IFC helps people make more films and make better films. And that's the goal of the whole group. And then that's why we do the IFC's One Night Stand, so that you can, it's really an exercise in pre-planning. What can you do in 10 hours? How can you work together in a group under an extremely tight deadline?
Well, and just equipment-wise, the filmmaking industry in general is always ever-changing. You're doing it more technologically advanced stuff, I guess, to put it mildly. But
well, it's no longer early on film.
On smaller gear.
Yeah, very smaller scale, but that's very expensive stuff. So as a
We're-
community, when you can kind of share a little bit.
We're always getting new equipment, which is awesome. If you are a member, it's $30 a year, not bad, and you get benefits of being able to rent our equipment
At a
Very
discounted price?
inexpensive. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
dirt cheap compared to
get
if you were going to
really
go
good
rent
equipment. Yeah, definitely. So it's a good idea to be a member, and you get discounts all over town as well.
Krystal, have you ever done the One Night Stand before, the film fest?
I have done 3, and I've been in the IFC for 4 years now. So yeah.
Would you take a lot out of this? Is this something that you don't want to miss?
I do. I've had some pretty good times. I believe my most memorable one that I really loved was one I did with Tim Harvey. He did kind of a music video to a song called One Day Like This. And I was in it with Chris Bilsma, and it was basically the story of us meeting each other, boy meets girl, getting married, having children, blah blah blah. It was just pretty and yay.
How much of that was
heartwarming.
pre-planned?
Almost all of it. So a lot of the shots were done on the fly, and during that day, Paul Campbell was our DP that day. So, but we had most of our locations tied down. We knew what we needed to wear for wardrobe. We kind of knew we didn't have any lines for this one because it was kind of like a music video. So it was very nice for the actors not have to do that, just improv and interact. And it just went very smoothly. It was a lot of fun. I got to act like I was in labor. That was a
Sweet.
good time. And
Do you have any kids that you know of?
Maybe.
Okay. So that was a new experience for you as well.
Definitely. It was a lot
Act
of
like you're
fun.
giving birth.
Well,
okay.
And in that
But it
one-night
went very
stand,
smoothly
you were
and
able
had
to get the
pre-production.
film completed in the 10 hours, turned in, and they screened it that night.
By 6 p.m. Yes.
Jeez.
We need to have. Yep.
Brian, how many have you done?
Oh, I think last year was the first time I've missed in 10 years. So I think I've done 9 of them now.
Snap.
Everyone is a unique thing. Everyone has different horror stories where you end up either loving the people you're with or hating the people you're after you spend.
Why don't you tell me a time where you ended up hating the people that you were with?
Well, I didn't necessarily hate the people I was with. I had one, I think it was 4 years ago. I think it was my last year as IFC president. And for some reason, I felt that in addition to coordinating this event, I could make a film too. So I had this really great idea. It was for a thing called Porno the Musical.
I loved that.
Well, and it was great. So I had this idea.
The idea was great.
So,
really
like we shot it, and I worked with a bunch of people I'd never worked with before, and it was just really funny as these two guys sitting around getting drunk, and all of a sudden he was like, I got this. I have the best idea. Porno the musical. He's like, I'll go get my drums. And so they write this musical based on a porno, and they're just, firing off names of pornos that could be musicals. So they had like Guys and Balls and Seven Brides for Seven Brothers and things like that. So we make this film. It's really funny. We're doing well. I'm editing it. I'm exporting it. I'm sending it off on my computer. I'm like, okay, guys, I have to go set up the event. Check the DVD.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Check the DVD. I got to go set up all this stuff. I'll be right back. So I'm setting up the event, and they're like, oh, the DVD didn't go. And I was like, okay, burn another one. Check it. They're like, okay. So they check it. They get it. They're like, it's all good. We checked it on the PlayStation. It plays just fine. And I'm like, okay. So
we all checked it, boss. It was good.
So I'm here, and I'm emceeing the event as well. So it's
man.
And here's one from team. I forget what our team name is. Here's the one from my team.
Yeah.
It's called Porno the Musical.
Works great in a PlayStation.
Roll it. And I was like, it was black, and I was like crickets. It was more.
What do you mean? It was like 5 minutes of just black.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I was like, so then like it kicks it out. Like it's always bad when you see like the eject thing, the eject screen
like it's
come
still
up on
searching.
I
trying to find
believe
it.
Ryan wanted to cry. I believe I saw
and
him
it was
crying that
so
night.
good.
It was such a good. I loved it.
Would it have won?
So funny.
It would have. It would have placed.
He thinks so.
It would have been an
placed.
audience favorite.
So.
Yeah. Now, how does that go exactly? Who judges this? Is it audience participation?
There's 3 judges. We bring in 3 judges that are film related or production
Work in
oriented
the
in the
industry.
city.
It's kind of you to ask, but I'm busy that day.
There is prizes. It is a competition.
Yeah.
It is totally a competition this time. First, second, and third, and then audience choice.
So the
Okay.
audience
And
will
then-
get a vote at the end of the night.
So, there's a captain award, right?
There's also a captain's choice where
Yeah.
just like the captains of each team vote like,
Yeah.
oh, this one I
Oh,
really
In,
like.
kinda
in
like.
the event that you don't get your film in on time and you still get it there, we do show it, but it's not in the competition, so you still lose.
Are these available at any other time? Like, let's just say, for instance, that we have international listeners, and they would like, oh man, it sounds like something I would like to take part in.
YouTube.
But is it on,
We're
for the internet afterwards? Or?
Actually, we're going to be participating with a group from Winnipeg, Canada this year. They're going to try and do the actual film festival with us and do their film in 10 hours and then turn it in. So that's
and
going
then
to be
upload it
interesting.
to somewhere, and then you're going to download it.
I'm sure they'll have them posted somewhere on
But
the
that's
IFC.
up to each individual team?
Well, and I think the IFC will grab some of the better ones and put them on the IFC's YouTube page.
You snooty bitch. Who are you to judge my movie and say it's one of the better ones?
We have judges that actually judge those things.
Oh, okay.
See,
all
that's
right.
why they're
Good
called, that's why they're
judges.
called
Makes
judges.
sense. All right, okay, I got you.
Right.
Yeah,
Because they're
yeah.
judgmental.
Yeah, they're very
Right.
judgmental. This is art. You can't judge my art.
You know what? I made a kind of a really experimental, weird French looking, like one of those weird French films, but it happened to have girls throwing water on each other.
That wasn't French. That wasn't European. That was just weird.
That wasn't even a movie.
It was just girls with
Were you
water.
in it?
No.
And it was what I was going for. I wanted it to be weird, and I wanted people to be like, "Oh, what was that?"
He
and
got girls with fake boobies.
It did not fly.
It was
not.
sad.
Isn't that one of those things where in
I
the
was
one night
very
stand
disappointed.
where you're like you've got an idea, maybe have a script, you've got your crew, and they're like, oh, and you have to add the line of dialogue, which doesn't make any sense with the rest of the whole movie when you're like, help me, Obi-Wan, you're my only hope.
Yeah, in the middle of a love scene.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah,
but
sometimes you just fail
have
miserably.
To have a good
This is
writer
One
for
Night
that.
Stand. It's going to
Saturday.
be on June 15th, this Saturday. It starts at 9 a.m. If you are a filmmaker or a part of the team, you got to get checked in at 9 a.m. at the Westport Coffee House.
$30
on
per
the bottom
team.
level, correct?
Yeah, in the
Yes, down in
theater.
the theater.
In the what do they call it? The Green Room or
The
what?
Green Room is behind it.
the Kick Comedy Theater on
Same thing.
Thursdays, Mondays.
It's
Right.
the
Same
Westport
thing.
Coffee House. I'm sure there'll be people around. I actually
There might be a
volunteered
sign.
to help wrangle people on that Saturday morning.
$30
Oh,
for your
good
team.
luck.
Then at 6 o'clock, you're at the Mission Theater.
Mission Theater.
And if you just want to go in and watch, if you like to watch, $5 for members of the IFC, $10 for non-members. You can go in and check out what all these teams are. How many screeners roundabouts? 30, 40?
Sometimes we have 18 teams, and
Wow.
then we only get maybe 10.
Thank you guys for stopping by tonight. I
Thanks
appreciate
for
it.
having us.